It's amazing how much the looks and aesthetics of the watch can change simply by replacing the bracelet with the strap, or even sometimes simply by replacing the color or type of the strap. Or perhaps it's that our opinion or interests change over time or as we age, and sometimes to the point where we may even start liking something that we previously utterly disliked. It's either or either. I reviewed this exact Patek Philippe Aquanaut 5167/1A on bracelets several years ago, and I shared my opinion where I simply didn't quite like or enjoy this piece on the wrist. Few years down the line, and with the exception that I handled and experienced the same 5167A on the strap later on, it was an entirely different watch on the wrist, a different experience to my eyes, and an entirely a different timepiece where I was questioning myself if that's exactly the same piece I previously wouldn't like, buy or wear. So let's talk about what exactly is that I enjoyed and admired in this piece that probably was still there the last time too, but perhaps the overall aesthetical disinterest outweighed my keenness to wear it and experience what else the 5167 had to offer. One of the best things with the strap on is how perfectly the strap is designed in perfect harmony with the watch. That is, you can notice the pattern on the strap, speaking the same design language as the dial itself. Then the strap comes with the curved ends, and it's the fit of the strap where the premium experience further kicks in. It's incredible how the pattern on the strap further makes it look like a little more understated watch due to the unique yet very mild design pattern. Now if you compare this with the bracelet is completely polished and adds to the blinginess of the watch. Speaking of which, it was further how thick the bracelet is, and then it simply doesn't taper enough at the clasp to leave the watch classy or elegant. The strap on the other hand tapers down towards the clasp and complements the overall design language beautifully. Needless to say, a tapering bracelet or strap makes the watch a little more elegant, classy and dressy. Although I understand this is a sporty watch, but come to think of it, for a thin watch like this, it's not too much to ask to leave some dressy elements too. Looking past the strap, the dial is unique and incredibly legible. It's pretty hard to argue that this is not one of the most easily readable dials, with those white indices and white dial hands. The texture on the dial, along with the sunburst finish, adds to the experience, and the more you look at it, the more you are tempted, and the more you admire the simplicity it has to offer. Needless to say, the thinness of around 8 mils is simply a beauty to behold, and it works very well with the overall subtle design and aesthetics of the watch, in addition to the comfort. It's worth noting that the 5167 was released in 2007, so the chances that this will be discontinued very soon are very, very high. For instance, Patek released the 5711 in 2006 and the same was discontinued in 2021. Now the 5167 is a year younger in terms of the release date. What does that say about the discontinuation date? Regardless, it will be a sad sight to see it go, given that it wears beautifully on the wrist and while offering you a joyous experience, it doesn't scream for attention. It's subtle, it's quiet, and yet it's thin, comfortable and lightweight to offer all the attributes on the wrist. The best of all, it's beautiful.